Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Good Morning 3. Hi guys, how's it going? Thursday, getting on towards the end of the week where I usually get a barrage of noise above my head. My son's coming to see me Friday again. So, my son stayed in my flat for up till 8 o'clock in the evening, and then he went to get the train to someone else's place where he could stay and have a decent night's sleep, because you ain't going to get a decent night's sleep in here, not with no bed. So I messed around a bit on my phone before I went out just after 8 o'clock last night in the dark by myself. I don't like doing it. I especially don't like walking the dog between 8 and 11. I've actually walked the dog at 12 midnight and there's been people hovering about, giggling and laughing. It's not nice. So I took Max out for a walk about 8 o'clock, and there was a couple walking opposite me together. My son had gone, so I had a couple walking towards me. Carried on walking. I really didn't see anybody else apart from one person walking their dog in the pitch black. And it was so cold last night, really cold. I didn't take Max onto the field. He'd had 2 dumps and a few pisses, and I thought, well, he's done his business. There's no need to walk the poor dog in the freezing cold around the field. He had his coat on. He had his doggy coat on, the blue one with the hood. It looked like a gangster dog. He was quite happy, but I didn't want to make my dog walk around the pitch black in the freezing cold, and you can slip, because it was obviously icy. It was getting on for minus degrees. I think it was 0 last night when I went outside. Actually 0, exactly 0 degrees. So me and Max walked around the Rochester Riverside and we went back home. And I got back into my flat. I didn't hear any noise at all from upstairs, nothing. Not even a creak of the floorboards. I tried to concentrate on the telly, I couldn't. I made myself a cup of Horlicks, and then I settled down for bed about 10:30 in the evening, when I cuddled up on the sofa, and Max lies either, he snuggles up by my shoulder, or he goes down and cuddles right near my feet, and he tickles my feet. I'm happy by myself. I don't need anyone, you know. I feel so strong now. It's unbelievable. And I go outside, and whatever is thrown at me, whether it's abuse, people taking the piss, you know, or whatever comes at my way, I just focus on something else. Because there's other things to life than people's stupidity and the bullying that you get. And we talk about workplace bullying, don't we? And we talk about bullying at home, bullying at school. But what about bullying on public transport? Bullying on a bus? Bullying on a train? Because that is frightening. When you're on your own, a woman, a young lad, kid, adult, elderly person, when you're bullied on public transport, and there's nowadays you've just got the driver. Do you know, I've been on umpteen trains and I've not even seen a ticket inspector, not someone walking up and down the train with a drinks trolley, nothing. I've seen absolutely no one at all, not apart from the train driver driving the train. And you can get bullied on a train, you can get bullied on a bus. I've been bullied everywhere, like a bouncy ball, up and down. People bully me everywhere. They think it's okay to bully me. And now I don't care, because usually the person bullying you, right, so someone throws something out, you're ugly. And I look at the bully and I say, well, you're ugly. You're fat. And the bully bully's fat. So what? So what? Go and find something else to do. You're a wanker. Piss off. I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. When they're bullying me, I'm thinking, you fucking idiot. What's wrong with you, you mental retarded fool? Get lost. You know, you're wasting your time on me. I'm as hard-shelled as a tortoise. Yeah? Stare me out, cunt. And, carry on. Now, but back then, I used to cry. I used to get off the train early. Cry. You know? I don't now. Fuck 'em. I'm going to sit on that train and I'm going to annoy you. The worst thing for me was when I was in Gloucestershire. I was bullied by train drivers and customers using the bus. And I was a young teenage newlywed woman and I'd started my first job. Okay, I was heading towards 20 and I'd started my first job up in Gloucestershire. So I was 19 and I started this first job and I had to get a bus into Gloucestershire town centre. And this goth girl got on the bus, and the first day she smiled at me and she said hello. Then the second day she got on the bus when I was going to work and her mates got on and they started picking on me on the bus. Ugh. And started laughing. So it was awkward for me to get off the bus. But I had to go to work because I had to have money to pay the rent for that home I was living in. So these girls were trying to prevent me going to work, and I had to go to work 5 days a week. I was a civil servant, and it was like these girls were trying to get me off the bus and not go to work. Why? What for? I've had grapes thrown at me on public transport, grapes. The users of the bus used to throw grapes at me. I had gum stuck into my hair. I'd be sat with my husband on the bus, on public transport, and some bitch had stuck chewing gum in the back of my hair. And that's awful. You have to cut it out your hair. You have to cut your hair off to get the gum out. They used to throw paper planes at my head, whether I was with my husband or not. So I've had grapes thrown at me, I've had chewing gum stuck in my hair, I've had paper planes thrown at my head. A couple of coloured girls got on the bus up in Gloucestershire and started laughing at my socks. So I'd be upstairs on the bus going to meet my husband from work, and then a group of coloured girls were on the top of the bus. Look at her socks, they're horrible. And I used to shyly get off the bus with my head down and get off the bus and go into the toilets and cry my eyes out because I was a teenager. Trains, yeah, you get bullied on trains, but you can move. It's easier to move to a different compartment. So if someone's being abusive and a nuisance on a train, you get up, you move to a compartment, or you go on the seat near the train driver. And I don't give a shit if it's fucking first class. If I'm being bullied on a train by fucking cunts, I will sit near the drivers, where the driver's driving the train, and I don't care if someone comes up to me and says, why are you sitting on fucking first class seats? You shouldn't supposed to be doing that. And I'll turn around and I'll say, well, there's people bullying me down there. I want to be safe. I'm going to sit near the driver. I've been bullied absolutely everywhere. School, work, on the streets, on the trains, on the buses. I don't have a fucking clue why. I don't know who's doing it, who's instigating and why it's happening. And this is before social media, this is before Facebook and before YouTube. When I've been interviewed by police, they've said to me, well, it's Facebook and YouTube, isn't it? This has been going on before computers were invented, before the internet came about. So that's bollocks, using the internet as an excuse. I've been bullied since I've known. Since I've been aware of my senses, you know, hearing, sight. I've been bullied as a child, a little cuddly little girl with really bright blonde hair being bullied for absolutely no reason at all. right, that's one thing. You can get bullied on public transport, and I know over the head announcements, if you see something suspicious on this train, please contact the transport police. And then, you know, what can you do on a train? You call the police on a train. How are they going to get to you on a train? If someone's got a knife on a train, how can you get someone to come and help you when the fucking train's moving and there's no staff on it and you're being attacked? How? What if you haven't got a mobile? Call the public transport police if there's trouble on a moving train. That's bullshit. Junkies use the train. Junkies can be dangerous. Junkies can be violent. I got on trains in Gloucestershire and there's drug addicts sat off there out their head. I've gone to the prison guard, there's a drug addict on the train, and he's gone over and said hello to him. Hello, mate. Let's see what I've got left on my video. Just enough to say one of my other pet hates is pornography. And men, you know, if women would not allow themselves to be used and abused, men wouldn't think a common or garden woman walking down the road is some kind of fuck bucket and porn star. Because a lot of them do. And if women did not, and it's happening more and more now, women are using the porn industry for easy money, right? They're degrading themselves. They're making themselves look sluts and slags just to get some money. And my pet hate is pregnant women. Pregnant women using their bodies for sex. And there's no need for that. That to me is child cruelty. A pregnant woman gratifying men and herself just for money while she's pregnant. You know, fucking other men when she's pregnant. Is that not wrong? Is that not cruel to the unborn baby? Sleeping with tons of men, exposing yourself while you're pregnant to germs and God knows what, because even condoms have got filth on them. Gratifying men's desires. Surely somebody can help these women. They're obviously not well if they feel the need to fucking have sex with 10 or more different men while they're pregnant, or use their pregnant body for money. Surely these women need help. There'll always be porn, there'll always be prostitution. These women degrade themselves. These men can be MPs. We've had scandals in Parliament. Dirty, filthy, fat, overweight, bald MPs paying for sex. You know? But some men think that ordinary women behave like that, and they don't. These women need help. These men that use women, degrade them and treat them like shit need to be stopped as well. That's my pet hate. Pregnant women selling their bodies for sex. They're pregnant for fuck's sake. It's disgusting. I'm going to get off now. Sometimes I hate this world with a vengeance. We're all being used in some form or another. And, a lot of us are poor, but we're being used. Wake up. See you later.